Hola, Tombola.
Hello, Catherine.
This is a library and a cafe that you haven't seen before. Ever.
No, I think I have seen it.
No, you haven't.
Oh!
This is new.
A library and a cafe.
Yeah.
This will be so surprising
Yeah.
and unique
Very.
for me, who will be seeing it for the first time.
Yes.
Now.
Today, in this very video.
It's night.
Tonight. Oh god, I'm so funny. Anyway, so, sorry about my voice in advance, my nose is blocked. This bit is very slow.
Can you tell a difference?
What?
Your voice?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you sure you can't feel the difference? I can't tell the difference.
My voice is normally deeper, isn't it?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. Well, I mean, every time I answer a phone, someone thinks I'm a boy, so I assume normally I sound deeper. Today I just sound like a child. A very jaded child. Anyway, so this is actually sped up footage, which you'll be able to tell in a minute. What?
I love how you like, oh, what would a room look like? Oh, fuck rooms. I'm just going to make the most random piece of shit shape I can think of. And I'll work within that constraint.
Yeah.
Which is really cool.
I
couldn't do it like that. It does seem a bit silly, shall we say.
Shall we? Are we saying that?
Yeah. What the hell is that? Did someone just add an extension so they can have a fucking
just
cupboard?
saying, when you...
Darling, I need a shoe closet.
This is a cafe and library. You egg. Well, I mean, spoiler alert, you have seen this before. Plot twist, but perhaps you didn't recognise it. But when you saw it, you were actually like, this looks pretty cool. Did you download this? You didn't make this, did you? And you didn't say, this is a weird shape. So there.
It's true.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It does end up looking, I think, a bit too
good.
much like... What?
I think this one actually ends up looking good.
Oh, right.
Not that your other ones looked bad, but I liked this.
More than my others.
Yeah.
How come?
Because your other ones were more... I don't know,
Poorly laid out.
boring. I like this one. It's a neat idea. And you make it look... There's like... I think this is the one by the end of it. There's a lot of colour. And the two buildings contrast each other really well. But they look pretty similar in sort of design. And I like it. I like it a lot. I like all the nice little touches you do to sort of make the building look like it's got more depth than The Sims actually allows you to have when it comes to interiors. So yeah, I think this one is really cool.
Thank you. You can leave now.
Okay.
No, don't, please. It does end up looking a bit
Is
like...
this what you drew the diagram for over here? Diagram?
Yes.
The sketch?
My mathematical diagram perfectly proportioned.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sketched it.
Wait, isn't this the back? This is the front of it?
This is the front. The pen was a bit
Right.
terrible.
You should take a picture of this and put it in your video.
Oh,
that will require work!
Thank you.
Now you have to.
No, I don't! Please don't make me.
Right, so anyway.
Yeah, so this turns out looking a bit like actual like English townhouses, two different ones put together, because you often see, as we have often discussed before, semi-detached houses, and two can look, often they look exactly the same, but sometimes they look starkly different, and this looks kind of like that. But as we have previously stated already, one is a library and one is a cafe, although they are actually connected. It is actually one thing. Why are you slowly moving towards the mic?
No, I was just getting in a good position.
Okay, sorry, that distracted me. It is actually one build inside. They are connected. So yeah.
So what's the law?
Well, there isn't one actually for this. I didn't really think of it. Cause, well, normally there's a story behind it, but this time I just started screwing around. Well, actually, it was kind of inspired by a coffee shop near where I work that I haven't gone into yet because it's very small shall we say, it has
It's
an
cozy.
intimate atmosphere. And it's just, normally I like it when a coffee shop is kind of full, because although I always order the same thing, just a cappuccino, I'm always panicking in my head. I have to rehearse it 10 times before I speak the words, and I normally still stutter anyway. So when I have to go in and order right away, I get very nervous.
Hmm.
And because they often stare at you expectantly, and like, even when it's obvious you're staring at the menu, they'll just say, "Can I help you?" And you're like, "Oh God, I don't know what to say." And then you panic and say the wrong thing, and then they think you're stupid. Or you get the wrong coffee, and it's so sad. Anyway, so yeah, this was inspired.
Did that happen today?
No.
Oh, you got the right one. You went to Costa, didn't you?
Yeah.
That's why you got the right one.
Why is that?
Because Costa is a big fucking company that wants all your money, and they've got well-oiled barristers ready to serve.
Yes, they were wearing Christmas t-shirts. Yeah. Stop it. They just make coffee. And they hate their jobs. I hate mine too. Anyway, so the building on the left, which is going to be the black building, right now both buildings have black roofs, but the one on the left at this precise moment in time, that will be the black one. That was the one inspired by a place near where I work, and it's just a tiny coffee shop. The one near where I work though, like with a lot of places in London, the bottom parts, like the actual storefronts, look more modern, and then the top of it actually still retains this Tudor look, and it's a bit wonky and leans forward a bit. So that's pretty cute. Obviously I couldn't make it wonky in this, so I didn't actually try to do the Tudor house bit on top. I just sort of fused it with another cafe building I saw a picture of recently. So that's the only lore behind it really. There's not really much of a story, just I saw a coffee shop, thought it was
See,
cute.
you've placed it in Windenburg.
Oh, you know the name of the place?
I think that is it.
Yes,
That's
it
the
is.
one with the disappointing lack of boathouse.
No, that's a different one. I can't remember the name of it.
God, there's more.
Huh?
God, there's more.
More what? Disappointment.
More disappointment. This game is just full of them.
Windenburg is the, you said German.
Germanic looking
looking,
town, I
yeah.
think, yeah.
Yeah, I suppose it is. I like Windenburg. I think it's my favourite place, except maybe Sand My Shoe Now. I really like the city.
Oh, the city.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Just like saving views, I love that. There a
That's what it's
beach?
called. You wish. I don't know how many years it would take to bring
I
us
can't
a
wait.
beach.
I've totally forgotten, so I can't wait to see how many chimneys this thing ends up with. It looks
There's
like it's
one-
already
there's
got
two
3.
Already. Oh wait, there are 3. 2 are the little ones that you just stick on top
And
of the
there's a
roofs.
big one
and
on
then,
the side. I'll
yeah.
see if one more chimney gets thrown down.
Oh,
here.
who knows?
Oh, one got deleted.
Oh, so dramatic. Wacky stuff. We delete that roof. It looked a bit too Halloween-y, and Halloween had already gone because I'm lazy as
Looks
balls.
pretty Chinese.
What?
Because it's
Does
got
it?
that curl. Not as deep a curl as it needs, but it's getting there.
Oh, right. I suppose. I think it's really the wall coverings that give it, I don't know, culture? I don't know. Like when you see the, I don't know what it's called, you know, the ones with the beams all around here. That makes it look European, right?
Oh, I know what you mean.
Yeah. I don't know what...
Sure. I don't know. I can tell you if Americans don't know that.
I don't know, actually. I think, well, when I think of American architecture, my first thought is colonial buildings. You know, with all the pillars.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's always my first thought. My first thought when I think of London architecture is brick squares.
Mmm.
What? Without windows.
Without windows. It's very nice here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I want to leave as well. Oh yeah, you can tell now that one on the right is getting its orange colouring. How exciting. Right.
How did you decide
How did I decide what?
which one was going to be the more darker one and which one was going to be the brighter one? Had
I
you already
don't know.
decided which side is which at this point?
Yeah. That's why I drew it beforehand, and so I knew.
So the left side is the coffee house. Okay.
And the right is the library, but they are connected, like we said. But they look almost like they did used to be two houses, and someone wanted to gentrify the area and fuse them
Windenburg. No. Not Windenburg. I don't think you can gentrify Windenburg. Very upmarket place.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
It does look
You might be able to gentrify pieces of sand my shoe now. But Windenburg has a club layout where it's just ruins.
When Get Together first came out, I thought it was going to be really traditional. Well, it is, but I mean, I didn't think the club thing would be an aspect of it. But because it is, it really does remind me of London. You know, when you just go to old-looking areas, but then there'll be holes in the walls with clubs and stuff.
Literally holes in the walls.
Literally.
Let me just crawl through here and go to the club.
Clubs are awful. I mean, I've never actually been in one, but I imagine they're awful. They sound like they're loud and
they are
sweaty.
Yeah.
And not fun.
No, they're not.
My cousin told me of his many excursions going to clubs, and he said once he nearly choked because there was so much foam being pumped into the air.
What?
Sometimes they put out.
Sure, he wasn't being gassed.
No, it's foam, foam. I don't know. Apparently that's fun. I don't get it. Then again, I really don't like. This is gonna probably sound too lewd, but maybe that's just because I think too much about this sort of thing. I hate my clothes getting wet or damp or anything. Like, you know when you go to a theme park and you go on water rides? I hate water rides. I do not like going on them. It might be purely because when I was a little kid, I went on a water ride and I bumped my head really hard. And it really hurt. And I didn't want to tell anyone because it was so embarrassing.
Oh
no! It really hurt. And so I think maybe that's probably...
I went to one
but I just hate my clothes getting
when
wet.
I was younger.
Yeah.
It was the best time of my life.
You love water parks, but you hate normal...
I hate roller coasters. I think they're just... I don't know. They're just disgusting. They're just man-made monstrosities. Strap yourself in and get ready. You might die.
But
probably not. Probably not.
Today,
and if you do almost die...
Compensation.
Mate, have you got PPI? That advert.
Oh, check that. It expires. It
right.
stops in 2019, then they'll start another new fad.
Okay, calm down.
Sponsored by Gladstone.
Oh god, the name. Oh.
I hate that I remember their name. I've seen it so many times.
I know. You know he's actually gotten the bloke who does it. The guy with the square head.
Not actually sponsored by Gladstone.
He's gotten. I saw it today.
Oh god.
And he's gotten old. He's been doing this PPI advert for Gladstone for so long. He's actually aged. He was sitting down in the latest one. He can't stand up anymore.
Oh my god. That's kind of sad, but I don't feel bad for him at all because I hate that man and everything he stands for. Anyway, what were we talking about before PPI?
Gladstone, you don't know. He might not have anything to do with business.
I don't care.
He might just sell his soul on the advert.
Roller coasters. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, roller coasters.
I thought you said you were going to take away that roof on the left.
I think we eventually do, unless I lied.
I like that little gatey bit you put up in the middle in the centre.
Gate bit?
It's like fence joining the two houses, but it's up.
Oh, right.
We can't see it right now. Now we can.
Yeah. Yeah, so you can get up there if you teleport your Sims up there, but you can't do it naturally. There's no stairs up there, because I couldn't really find a way to fit them in, but you probably could. But it's just cute.
Yeah.
For roleplay purposes. Just looks...
The house has really picked up suddenly.
Yeah, with
after our discussion of Gladstone bricks. Like that one, that looks really cool. The left side with the big window. That's two windows been joined together, isn't it?
Yeah, those are those are actual get-to-work shop windows.
Okay, that looks really nice.
I really do like those windows. Yeah, the coffee shop in London that I see every day, it actually has windows like that. More square, but I wanted them to fit, and those three square windows were perfect. I struggled with windows on the orange one for some reason, I don't know why. But going back to roller coasters for a moment, don't roll your eyes. I was scared of them as a kid, but
But I conquered my fear, and now they're the best!
I didn't have a choice. I was lied to.
I was intimidated.
I was lied to. I was with my aunt. Have I said this? But I don't think so. I don't know. Who cares? Not many people come back anyway. I'm sure. Anyway, so I was with my aunt, uncle, and cousin, and so they were like, "Let's go on rock." And this is the only time I've been to Disneyland. It was the Paris one. I never want to go back. It was an awful time, but I'm sure it isn't actually awful there. It's just me and my pessimism as a young child. But they were like, let's go on rock and roller coaster, and I was like, I don't like roller coasters, and my aunt went, oh, it's not really a roller coaster, it's really sort of a kid's ride. It's a little bit fast, but not as fast as an actual roller coaster. It's just a straight line.
You weren't
and
lied
for some
to.
reason I believed her, despite the ride being called Rock and Roller Coaster. And so I got on it.
It doesn't sound like a lie, per se. I don't know.
Does it not?
It sounds like you were tricked. It doesn't sound like an outright lie. It probably was a baby's first roller coaster.
Maybe, but it went upside down several times.
Not upside down.
I'd never gone on a roller coaster.
I don't know why I'm talking up like I managed to handle my time on a roller coaster.
You had your friend who was far taller than you sit on your lap because you were scared to fall out and wanted him to do so first.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So shut up. You have no right. Anyway, I'm not really scared of them anymore. I kind of accepted death a long time ago, and so now it doesn't bother me much. But I don't like the drop ones, you know, what are they called? I don't know.
Yeah, I was on one of them as well.
Oh, I hate the feeling.
That made me feel sick.
I hate the feeling of, like, you know, in a cartoon when something like that happens, like a character's sent flying into the air, like Looney Tunes, and then they fall down and their, like, insides and their eyeballs are still up in the sky when their bodies fall.
Oh, yeah.
It felt like that. That's how those feel, and they're not very fun. I hope no one heard the crack. If you did, that was my ankle. So anyway...
I hope no one heard the crack, but if you did, I'm going to talk about it. Okay, so we're getting the interior. Do we do the interior in this video?
No.
I was going to say, there's no way! I wouldn't have been impressed.
Oh, you wouldn't?
Throw a bunch of bookcases and counter down, I mean, really?
But you said the kitchen looked very...
boring. Oh no, I lie. I can't wait. Are you actually going to give us a build video? Or are you just going to show some highlights at the end of this video? Or you don't fancy doing that because it might be a bit too much work?
I was going to do another video.
Are you going to do another video?
Mm.
I'm going to have to wait. We're all going to have to wait to see what bookcases we're going in. And to see.
Do you want to leave?
No, I'm alright. That's a massive patio. Is that what it's called? Patio? Deck? Dick? Yeah, I like that one. That glass one.
I changed it. No, I'm kidding. I don't. That's not glass though. That's like metal railings.
Oh, that's cool. Did you? Oh,
what?
I thought you were just changing the middle for a minute. I was like, oh, that's not bad. That's interesting.
Sometimes I do that.
Oh, cool.
Sometimes I do. Sometimes I really push the boat out and try to go for something really unique.
We'll be closing off in a few seconds, Catherine.
Right
so say goodbye to everyone. Bye.
See.
Oh, your mum's calling. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Mum's
See
calling.
you later. Bye.
Claire's calling, not my mum.
Bye.